Welcome to Angel's online platform. Question number 91. Which of the following stage of oogenesis form a membrane called zona pellucida in surrounding it? Options are oogonia, polar body, corpus luteum, and secondary oocytes. So correct option is option D. Secondary oocyte has a outer membrane that is called zona pellucida. Question number 92. Fusion of haploid nucleus of sperms and that of ovum leads to formation of fusion of haploid nucleus of sperm cell and ovum leads to formation of zygote. So correct answer is zygote. In question number 93, a figure of structure of blastocyst is given. Some art are labeled as A and B, so you have to find out what is A and what is B. The correct option for A is, so A is our trophoblast and B is our inner cell mass. So option B is correct answer, trophoblast and inner cell mass. In question number 94, at the time of fertilization, chromosome numbers become diploid, okay, because N chromosome from sperm cells and N from ovum, so it become a 2N, so it become a diploid. So answer C is correct. Question number 95. Fertilization can only occur if sperm reach to ampullary isthmic junction before the ovum. Sperm and ovum both are simultaneously transfer or transported to ampullary junction, then and then only a fertilization can occur. Okay, the option D is right. In question number 96, which of the following does not occur in a time during and immediately following fertilization? Fusion of sperm and ovum nuclei, so it's happened or occur during the time of fertilization. We have to find which does not occur. Okay, so division of oocyte cell by meiosis. Okay, so secondary oocyte completes its meiosis 2, so this is also happened during the fertilization. Implantation of ovum in uterus, so this is not happen immediately after fertilization. Okay, so C is correct option. And digestion of course inner cell layer around the oocytes by sperm cells, so to penetrate the sperm cell in ovum. Okay, so option C is correct. Option C is not occur during the time of implantation, during the time of fertilization. What happened during fertilization in human after many sperms reach close to the ovum? So option A is cell of corona radiata trap all the sperm except one. Only the closest sperm to ovum penetrate the zona pellucida. Secretion of acrosomes help one sperm enter cytoplasm of ovum through zona pellucida and plasma membrane. All sperm except one nearest to the ovum lose their tail. Okay, so in this case option C is correct. Now, acrosomal activities occurs and only one sperm cells can able to penetrate into a ovum. Question number 98. Which of the following is first change that occur to the zygote after fertilization? So after zygote fertilization, morula and blastocyst are formed. So it divides to form a hollow ball of cells that called blastocyst. It begins to secrete hormone. It contact the endometrium wall of the uterus and become bury inside, and it initiate the formation of placenta. Okay, so first of all, it divides and form a hollow ball of cells that is known as blastocyst and morula. Okay, question, so option A is correct. 99 question number. Presence of XX or XY chromosome in zygote depends on, so if sperm carry X chromosome, then and ovum has only X, so the fetus become XX. If sperm carry a Y chromosome, and of course ovum has X chromosome, so zygote become XY. Okay, so option D is correct in this case. The sperm carry X or Y chromosome, fertilization, fertilize to ovum. Okay, question number 100. Blastomere are daughter cells formed in the process of cleavage when zygote undergo mitotic division. Okay, so blastomere is a result of cleavage. So option A is correct in this case. Question number 101. The given figure represents a stage of embryonic development. Identify the stage with its uh, feature. So here the diagram of morula is given. Okay, and it's a result of mitotic division. Okay, so option C is correct. 101. The majority of human organ formation occurs after implantation and during the first trimester of the pregnancy. And major organ formations are occur within a first trimester, so option B is correct. Placenta facilitates the supply of oxygen and nutrient to embryo. Correct option है ये. Removal of carbon dioxide, of course it's a function of placenta. Removal of excretory and waste material, of course this is also the function of placenta. So option D is correct in this case. Question number 104. What will happen to pregnancy if placenta fails to function during gestation? The oxygen supply continue, so it's not happen. Fetus would be born premature, so this is the correct option. If placenta is failed to function, the baby or the fetus is immediately born or come out from the uterus, so it may be prematurely born. There would be no effect on pregnancy, तो effect तो होगा, and the corpus luteum would continue produce hormones as an alternative source until the birth. तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है. ओके, तो सिर्फ ऑप्शन बी करेक्ट है कि प्रीमेच्योर बेबी डिलीवर हो जाएगा. Question number 105. All the statements concerning pregnancy are accurate except, so the first statement is the detection of human chorionic gonadotropins in a urine forms the basis of pregnancy test. Cyclic release of pituitary gonadotropins and ovarian steroids still continue, so this is the wrong option. मतलब ये नहीं हो रहा है प्रेगनेंसी में. Mammary gland tissue of pregnant woman is stimulated to develop by a placental hormone, तो ये भी होगा. The corpus luteum of pregnancy maintain the uterus until placenta is well established, तो ये नहीं होगा. मतलब ये होगा तो सिर्फ सेकंड ऑप्शन बी जो है पिट्यूटरी गोनेडोट्रोपिन्स जो है वो कंटिन्यू नहीं रहेंगे, वो स्टॉप हो जाएंगे. ओके, Question number 106. Colostrum is a hormone, is essential for milk secretion. So colostrum is milk only, it is not hormone. So wrong option है ये. Can be synthesized by newborn infant but not by fetus. तो ऐसा भी नहीं होता. Stimulate further secretion of oxytocin for uterine contraction. So after delivery there is no required for oxytocin. Colostrum is source of antibody essential to develop resistance against disease in a newborn baby. So this is the correct option, and it contained immunoglobulin A also. Okay, question number 107. Which of the following hormone act on uterine muscles and cause its a stronger contraction? So enzyme hormone responsible for this reaction is oxytocin only. So C option is correct. 108. Which of the following induce fetal ejection reflex? So fully developed fetus and placenta give a signal for a fetal ejection reflex. So answer B is correct. During parturition, pregnant woman is having prolonged labor pain and childbirth has to be fastened. It is advisable to administration of hormone that can activate a smooth muscle contraction so delivery can easily happen. Okay, question number 110. Study the statement given below and answer the question. Vigorous contraction of X at end of Y cause expulsion of the fetus. Identify X and Y. So vigorous contraction of uterus at end of pregnancy cause expulsion of fetus. Okay, so answer B is correct in this case. Question number 111. What proportion of the offspring obtained from the cross capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C cross heterozygous ABC will be completely heterozygous for all genes segregated independently? So you have to first go with monohybrid cross capital A cross capital A small a. So in this case first is capital A, second is capital A small a, again capital A and capital A small a. So you have to find heterozygous for all these three allele. So capital A, small a, capital B, small b, capital C, small c. So you have to, in monohybrid cross, capital A, small a, you get 2/4. Same way for B and C also. So 8/64, and again you have to simplify. So 1/8 is the correct option. Choose the incorrect statement from the following. Birds and mammals internal fertilization take place. करेक्ट है ये. कोलोस्ट्रम कंटेंट एंटीबॉडी एंड न्यूट्रिशंस, ये भी करेक्ट है. पॉलीस्पर्मी इज प्रिवेंटेड बाय केमिकल चेंज इन एग सरफेस, ये आंसर राइट है. इन ह्यूमन फीमेल इम्प्लांटेशन अकर ऑलमोस्ट 7 days आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन, तो ये भी राइट है ना. द पॉलीस्पर्मी इज प्रिवेंटेड बाय जोना पेल्यूसिडा एंड कोरोना रेडियाटा. केमिकल चेंजेस एग सरफेस से अगर हम करेंगे तो पॉलीस्पर्मी प्रिवेंट नहीं हो सकती. So this is the incorrect statement. Okay, question number 113. Seminal plasma, the fluid part of semen, is contributed by, of course, seminal vesicle, prostate, and urethra has no role in this, and of course, fluid of bulbourethral. Okay, so seminal seminal vesicle है, then prostate है, and bulbourethral है. So 1, 2 and 4 is the correct option. So B is correct option for this. Permeation is the process of release of sperm from seminiferous tubules. Okay, so A is correct option in this case. Mature follicle, Graafian follicle is generally present in the ovary of healthy human female around. Okay, तो days आपको दिए हुए हैं 5 से लेके 8 days of menstrual cycle और 11 to 14 days. Okay, so 11 to 14 days पे ही mature Graafian follicle is present. Okay, acrosomal reactions acrosomal reaction of sperms occur due to its contact with zona pellucida of ova, reaction within a uterine environment of female, reaction within a epididymal environment of male, androgen produced in a uterus. So it is due to the sperm contact with the zona pellucida of the ovum. Question number 117. Which of the following is not male accessory gland? So correct option is ampulla. Ampulla is part of female fallopian tube, not in male accessory gland. Which among the following has 23 chromosome? The secondary oocyte has 23 chromosome. Which of the following hormone is not secreted by human placenta? So HCG, estrogen, progesterone is secreted by placenta, but LH is not secreted by placenta. Question number 120. The vas deferens receive duct from seminal vesicle and open into urethra as ejaculatory duct. सिंपल थियरी है ये. Urethral meatus refer to urogenital duct, opening of vas deferens into urethra, external opening of urogenital duct, and muscle surrounding urogenital duct. Okay, so correct option in this case is option C. It's the external opening of urogenital duct. Okay, question number 122. You have to match the column for structure of male reproductive system and its feature. So first is seminiferous tubules. Meiosis and sperm formation occurs in a seminiferous tubule. So option 3 is match with A. Rete testis is a network of seminiferous tubule. Leydig cells are cells responsible for testosterone, or you can say secondary sexual characters. Then glans penis is enlarged part of penis. So A3, B1, C2 and D5. Okay, so option B is correct for this. Question number 123. Again match the column. So primary oocytes are its form when oogonia starts and divide and temporarily arrested at phase of meiosis 1. So यहाँ पे सामने ही दिया है. Secondary oocytes, a large haploid cells remain bulk of nutrition rich cytoplasm of primary oocytes. Okay, तो ये भी सही है. Primary follicles, a large number of this degenerates during the phase of puberty. तो ये भी सामने ही है, सही है. And Graafian follicles are ruptured to release the ovum from the ovary. So A1, B2, C3 and D5. Okay, gamete mother cells की कोई मैच नहीं हो रही है. Okay, so option A is correct for this. Okay, question number 124. Again match the column for sperm cells and its function. Okay, so in head, genetic material or nucleus is present. So A4. Then middle piece is required for energy. Mitochondria is present. Then acrosomes contain enzyme and tail is used for sperm mobility. So option B is correct for this. Okay, question number 125. RCH stand for, so it's reproductive and child health care. So option D is correct. Which of the following statements are correct about reproductive health? Healthy reproductive organ with a normal function, emotional aspect of reproduction, social aspect of reproduction. So all these are correct option for a healthy reproductive health. Amniocentesis technique is used for sex determination of fetus and determination of any genetic abnormality in embryo. So both A and B are correct. Determination of error in amino acid metabolism in embryo that we can't detect through amniocentesis. Saheli, a new contraceptive developed by it's developed by Central Drug and Research Institute. So in this case B option is correct. Progestogen in contraceptive pills, it's prevent ovulation. Question number 130. Present increase in India's population has not been due to decrease in number of people reaching out reproductive age. So it is correct option is B. Diaphragm, cervical caps and vaults are reusable contraceptive in females. Progestasert and LNG20 are hormone releasing IUDs. Which of the following ions play an effective role in activity of IUDs? So famous example of IUD is copper T. So copper ion play an important role in this case. Which of the following contraceptive also provide protection from contracting STIs and AIDS? So condom is a famous contraceptive that provide also protection from STIs and especially AIDS. Question number 135. Which of the following traditional method of contraception? So lactation amenorrhea is a traditional method. Contraceptive oral pills help in birth control by preventing ovulation. Which of the following group of contraceptive are included under a barrier method? So condom, diaphragm, cervical caps and vaults are a barrier method. ना आईयूडीज नहीं आएगा, आईयूडीज नहीं आएगा और लास्ट में सर्जिकल मेथड नहीं आएगा. ओके, तो बाकी सब है. तो मतलब करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज सी. कॉपर टी एक्ट बाय disturbing the site of implantation of blastocysts. The most important component of oral contraceptive pill is it contains progesterone. Refer the given figure below and answer the following question. So in this case, female diagram of female condom is given. So option B is correct. It is a female condom which is used to cover the cervix and vagina before the coitus. Question number 141. On which days of menstrual cycle ovulation is expected? So it's just on a day of 14, but before 14, 3 days before and 3 days after we have to take. So option C is correct for this. Question number 142. Which of the following birth control measure can be considered as the safest and have a zero failure ratio? So sterilization technique, tubectomy and vasectomy has no failure ratio or zero failure ratio. Which of the following option is correct for a diagram? So in diagram Norplant is given. So total 6 small plastic capsule or implant, brand name is Norplant, which is placed under the skin of woman upper arm and it prevent pregnancy. Okay, question number 144. Tubectomy is a method of sterilization in which a small part of fallopian tube is removed and tie up. So first one is the correct option. What is the marriageable age for female and male? So for female it's a 18 year and for male it's a 21 year. So option D is correct. Select the correct match for the given option. Non-medicated IUDs, multilode is obviously copper releasing, so it's a incorrect option. Saheli contain non-steroidal preparation, so it's a correct option. Lactation amenorrhea, presence of menstrual cycle, so it's wrong. Menstrual cycle is absent during the lactation amenorrhea of first 6 months. Diaphragm, cervical cap, vaults cover the cervix after coitus is done, so there is no required after coitus. Before coitus it must be present. So option B is correct in 146. Question number 147. Find out the correct choice for IUDs. induce phagocytosis of sperm mobility and fertilizing capacity of sperm is suppressed by release of copper ion, make the uterus unsuitable for implantation. So this all are function of IUD. So option A is correct. MTP is considered relatively safe during the first trimester or first 12 week of the pregnancy. MTP is practiced mainly to get rid of unwanted female child legally. Wrong है ये. Get rid of unwanted pregnancy due to the failure of contraception of rapes. तो ये आंसर हो सकता है और both एंड भी गलत है. डिक्रीज पॉपुलेशन साइज, तो ये तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं है. Okay, so MTP is mainly practiced if any rape case is occur and unwanted pregnancy is happen. Question number 150. Which of the following can be used as a emergency contraceptive within a 24 hours of coitus to avoid possible pregnancy due to the rape or casual unprotected intercourse? So in this case, progestogen and progestogen estrogen combination pills we can given. So both A and B are correct. Question number 151. Which of the following STDs are not completely curable? So AIDS, hepatitis B and genital herpes are not curable diseases. Question number 152. Which of the following method can be used for a female which cannot produce the ovum? So we can gift from another female, healthy female. So the correct answer is gift. Identify the incorrect statement regarding ZIFT. ZIFT is full form is given zygote intrafallopian transfer, so it's true. It is one of the technique known as assisted reproductive techniques, so it also true. Through this process, embryo is formed by injecting ovum into the sperm, so it's a wrong option. And it's a method of intracytoplasmic sperm injection. It's not about true for ZIFT. So C is correct option for this case. Question number 154. Which of the following statement is incorrect? According to 2001 census, our population growth rate was 1.7, so it's around 2%. So ये right है. Marriageable age of male and female is 21-18. ये भी right है. An ideal contraceptive should be reversible. तो ये भी right है. Problem of infertility in India lies often in a female partner. तो ये गलत है. दोनों में ही हो सकता है, मेल फीमेल में प्रॉब्लम. Artificial insemination means artificial introduction of sperm of healthy donor into female vagina. So B option is correct. The test tube baby program employ which one of the following technique? तो टेस्ट ट्यूब बेबी प्रोग्राम में SIFT फॉलो होता है. On which plant Mendel has carried out his investigation? So garden pea plant. During breeding, the removal of anther from the flower is called emasculation. Mendel's formulate the law of purity of the gamete on the basis of monohybrid cross. In monohybrid cross, gametes are separated without any blending, so he discovered law of purity after monohybrid. A cross between capital A and कैपिटल बी जो है तो उसमें रेशियो क्या मिलेगी? सो कैपिटल ए क्रॉस स्मॉल ए, तो यहाँ पे ये मोनोहाइब्रिड का टेस्ट क्रॉस हो गया तो 1:1 रेशियो मिलेगा. और बी जो है वो उसको हमें साइलेंट लेना है बिकॉज बी सारे में ही डोमिनेंट है. ओके, सो ऑप्शन 1 इज करेक्ट इन दिस केस. इन मोनोहाइब्रिड केस, what is the ratio of homozygous dominant and homozygous recessive in F2 generation. Okay, so in F2 generation, we got one homozygous dominant, that is capital T, and one homozygous recessive. So ratio is 1:1 in this case. What is the genotype and phenotype ratio of monohybrid test cross? So again, it's a 1:1, because if we do monohybrid test cross, so capital T, you got a 1:1. So two type of genotype and two type of phenotype we can find out. Dihybrid cross prove the law of independent assortment and a segregation gap, purity of gametes and law of dominance are discovered or proved after monohybrid cross. Only independent assortment law is discovered after dihybrid cross. How many types in what ratio the gametes are produced by dihybrid heterozygous? Okay, so in dihybrid heterozygous we can produce four type of gametes on the equation of 2 raised to n, and the gametes are same in a number, so 1:1:1:1:1, 4 times 1, so option D is correct in this case. How many gametes are produced in F1 generation of trihybrid? So again equation is 2 raised to n, so total 8 gametes are can produced. Okay, question number 166. Which genotype represent true dihybrid condition? So heterozygous condition represent two dihybrid conditions. Option C is correct in this case. Mendel ratio 9331 is due to law of independent assortment, of course. In a cross between pure tall plant with green pod and pure short plant with yellow pod, how many short plants are produced in F2 generation out of 16? So in F2 generation, from 4 plant we got one short plant. So if we have a 16 progeny, then we can got a 4 plant out of 16. In dihybrid cross between capital A, all capital and all smalls are given, and the ratio in F2 generation. Okay, so यहाँ पे in this case 1/4 1/4, so ये मिलेगा 1, यहाँ पे 1/4 आएगा, बट B जो है वो 2/4, तो यहाँ पे ये मिलेंगे 2, स्मॉल ए 1/4 अगेन, एंड जो B है वो 2/4 मिलेंगे, तो यहाँ पे अगेन ये 2 मिलेंगे, अगेन 1/4 आएगा फॉर स्मॉल ए बी, तो ये 1 मिलेगा, तो रेशियो बन रही है 1:1, so ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. In given genotype forms how many types of gametes? Okay, so यहाँ पे ये dihybrid है, we have to ignore A because A जो है वो homozygous dominant है, तो equation लगेगी 2 raised to n again, and we have to find 4 type of gametes. Who rediscovered Mendel's work? Hugo de Vries, Fermat and Correns rediscovered his work. So option A is correct. Question number 172. Crossing between capital A, capital B and small ab. The probability of in F2 generation. Okay, so first we have to find out F1 generation, that is again heterozygous, and then we have to find this 2 progeny, so again 2/4 into 2/4, तो आंसर बनेगा 4/60. Okay, तो option D is correct in 172. Question number 173. If 120 plants are produced on crossing pure red and white flowers pea plant, the ratio of the offspring will be red is dominant. So if in F1 generation we get all red plant only, The percentage of AB gamete produced by this A small a and B small b. So we have to get four type of gamete: AB capital, capital A small a capital B, and small ab, and again 25% each. So small ab we got 25%. How many characters of P pod were chosen by a Mendel for P pod? There are two characters or trait are chosen by Mendel's: pod color and pod shape. Mendel's law of segregation is based on separation of allele during the gamete formation, of course. When two hybrid, um, okay, capital T, small r, and these are crossed, the phenotypic ratio of the offspring should be. So you have to cross between capital T and स्मॉल टी. सो ये मोनोहाइब्रिड सॉरी हेट्रोजाइगस का टेस्ट क्रॉस हुआ तो ये मिलेगी 1:1. सेम वे आर भी सेम ही मिलेगा, तो ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट. 4 टाइम 1:1:1. How many plants are dihybrid in F2 generation of dihybrid cross? So 4 plants are dihybrid in F2 generation. When a plant have a two different allele of the gene, then it is called a heterozygous. Heterozygous tall plant were crossed with the dwarfed plant, that is small t. What will be the ratio of dwarfed plant progeny? So we got a 50% small t, that is dwarfed. So answer A is correct in this case. Thank you so much.